It's October 7th today, the 2-year anniversary of the most horrific massacre of Israelis in that country's history and the worst slaughter of Jews since the Holocaust. When you see what was done to some of the kibbutzim in southern Israel, one in particular where my family lived on October 7th, fortunately, they're okay. It really shakes you up when you get the fact that on October 6th, there was peace, and October 7th, an unprovoked war happened. Here are some of those details. As we sit and record this on October 7th, 2025, it's exactly 2 years since the biggest massacre of Jews on planet Earth since the Holocaust. October 7th, 2023, 1,200 Israelis plus were killed, 250 people taken hostage. Hamas and their affiliated groups and a whole lot of regular Gazan citizens poured across the border, massacring, murdering, raping babies in ovens, women cut in half alive. The horrific scenes were broadcast live on GoPro cameras that had been distributed to these complete homicidal maniacs. And the thing that people forget, I suppose, among the other details, is how many regular Gazans participated. These weren't just Hamas brutal barbarians hopped up on drugs. It was a whole lot of regular people that tagged along and joined in. It was proudly broadcast all over the world live. Israelis that I've spoken with saw it live on the internet before it even hit the news. What strikes me as really crazy is today, 2 years later, streets are filled all over the world with supporters of what Hamas did. No mention of the remaining 48 hostages still held in the underground, almost dungeon-like cages in the tunnels under Gaza, barely any air, food, or water, being starved to death and tortured. Meanwhile, the streets of the West are filled with literally millions of people today. It's as if the world is going backwards on the civilization scale into the dark ages of when this religion of peace not was founded in the Middle Ages. I want you to see what was left of a kibbutz on the border called Nir Yitzhak. My family lived on this kibbutz. And fortunately, nobody in my family was hurt that day, 2 years ago today. But this is one of the houses almost next door. And this is what the barbarians left when they were finally pushed back across the border or killed when the troops got there to protect the citizenry that fought from house to house. These, I don't want to call them animals as we have in the past because it's an insult to animals. These are barbarians that shot down everybody, the dogs, the cats, the farm animals, the husbands, the wives, the children, and took the rest back into Gaza as hostages. This is something that the world must never forget. And I guess the saddest part about it is not so much that the behavior was so horrific coming out of Gaza, but the fact that the world today is not all calling for the hostages to be released and for Hamas to be banished from the territory and insisting on peace. That is President Trump's plan. And just today, before we came on air, we're hearing that Hamas is backtracking on everything they agreed to. All the other countries, all the Arab countries, all the Muslim countries, the European countries that signed on. I mean, Saudi Arabia and Qatar and UAE and Jordan and Syria and Egypt, they all signed. And now Hamas is backtracking. And where is the outcry?
Can I say I told you so? I mean, I hate to be the
You
one to
did.
say it.
You called it last week, brother. You
Yeah.
called it. You said that they won't honor their word.
So,
Oops.
you know, now I have selfish reasons on the reason why I said that they were not going to, because I think it's gone far enough. I think it's gone on long enough. It's time for Israel, Barry, to do the do. Make me a general for a day. I get it done in a day. Okay, all it needs a few hours. Make me a general in a day. I'll tell everyone the strategy within the first hour. Give it all to the other generals. Implement it. 2 hours later, come back, and it'll be done. And look, I'm not a violent person. I've always said this, and I made it clear. But in order to fix a problem when they don't want the problem to be fixed, you have to use force. You have to. And the rest of the world, for the most part, those that have brain cells that are still active, agree with me. It's time to just get it over with because they don't know what peace is about. They don't adhere to peace. And there's two things that's going to happen here, Barry, regardless of what they do. If Israel allows this to continue to go on, they're just going to say that Israel is the apartheid, they're the occupiers. They're going to say this regardless. That's what they're going to say. It doesn't matter. Israel go ahead and gets rid of Hamas, right? That's how you say it. They get rid of Hamas. Guess what's going to happen? Oh, they're occupiers. They're doing genocide. They're going to say it regardless. So guess what? Let's get rid of the problem and then allow them to say it. Go ahead, say it. But we got to get rid of the problem. I'm in Texas, Barry. I'm all the way in Texas. I have yet to have the privilege to go to Israel, but one day the blessing of being able to go to Israel and experience Israel in its entirety. I look forward to that day. And I want Israel. And I know, look, Israel is going to be there. And when I go, I want the problem to be gone. That's just me. I'm being extremely selfish here. I want the problem to be gone. I want to be able to go there and I have to worry about the Iron Dome being activated. Let's go.
I would love to appoint you as commanding general of Southern Command. Nothing would make me happier. And like you said, in a couple hours, it could have been done. And people have talked about the fact that if Israel had the shackles off by the end of October, it would have been over. But world opinion and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris made sure that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And it's been tough. It's been really tough. And I hope the world will not forget this day.